Well, now joining us to discuss this further is the chairperson of the Drug Harm Reduction Advocacy Network Nigeria, Akpan. Thank you for joining me on the news, Mr. Akpan. Now, the Minister of Education has endorsed compulsory and random drug testing for fresh and returning students in tertiary institutions, calling it necessary to address youth dysfunction and unemployability. Now, do you agree with this approach as effective and ethical?
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, in as much as I appreciate the work that is done by the NDLEA in terms of curbing drug trafficking and production in the country, I don't think that this approach to testing students is, or returning students and fresh students is right. Because the question we want to ask ourselves is what is the purpose and what is the end goal of the testing? After testing students and finding out, for example, that a student has used drugs, maybe cannabis during the holiday, or a new student is using drugs, what are we going to do? Are we going to expel the students? Are we going to put the students on rehabilitation? Is it a name or shame affair? Or what will we do? If it's a new student, are we saying we are going to deny students opportunity to persons opportunity to education because they simply use drugs? I don't think this is an approach. I think this approach will create more persons who are uneducated, who will increase the unemployability, which is one of the things that the commission says, the agency says, or Brigadier Marwa says he wants to stop. It will actually make that problem, exacerbate the problem, because if you're not allowing students in school, then it means that you're having people who are not educated enough to take up job opportunities. So I don't think this is the right approach. I think it's going to cause a lot of problems. It's going to, apart from that increased stigma and discrimination of persons. And we need to understand that also that not everybody uses drugs that is dependent. There may be persons who over the holiday would have maybe because of peer pressure or unknowingly even going to someone's house and someone has used maybe cannabis to cook, and then the person takes the drug out of no volition of their own. They did not willingly take these drugs, and then you go test them, understanding that cannabis is one drug that can stay in the body for over 3 months, and of course after 1 month, you go back to school and you're tested and you're found to have drug in your system. What next? Are we going to punish them? What next? I don't think this is the right approach. I think introducing education, drug prevention education into the curriculum is a very good initiative, but also we need to also understand that when you were use the scare tactics of telling students that if they use drugs, this is what is going to happen. It does not usually work. In fact, it increases the curiosity of students to or persons who have not used drugs to want to use drugs. And then looking at the other alternative, which is to provide alternative activities in, over drug use. What are we doing about that? Have we devoted the resources? Have we included that in the budget for the next year, or is it already in the budget? So those are the questions we need to ask ourselves, and not just go into something without properly thinking about it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Akpan. You just mentioned now that you do not quite agree with the proposal of the Minister of Education. So now, briefly, I would like you to let us know what else you think can be done to prevent drug abuse among students in tertiary institutions.
Okay, so what I think can be done to prevent drug abuse is we need to provide alternative activities to activities that promote drug use. We need to also look at those activities that are, or look at those things that kind of promotes drug use. We need to look at our entertainment industry. We need to look at the growing menace of Yahoo schools, like HK schools, that's what they call it, where people go to learn how to do internet fraud, because those are places where people are inducted into drug use. We need to look at the activities of cultism, look at, induction into cultism. That is also another place where people get inducted into drug use. And when we look at all of this and we're able to provide alternative activities like sports, like we are able to provide bring back, the technical training system, have systems where people can learn entrepreneurial skills and other things instead of going for drugs. Because I can tell you that most times people go into drug use out of not having, what they say, that the idle mind is the devil's workshop, out of not having any activity to engage them. So we need to bring back productive activities into tertiary institutions, and then that way we'll be able to get
How much
young
we can
people out
take.
of.
The chairperson of the Drug Harm Reduction Advocacy Network, Nigeria, Mr. Akpan, thank you very much for sharing your insights on the news.